The movie begins with V. Pradhan, Anupam Kher, waking up early in the morning to write a letter to his son, Ajay, who lives in New York. Midway through the letter, Pradhan remembers the tragic reality. Pradhan received a call from a friend of Ajay's that Ajay has been killed in a mugging in New York. Pradhan's best friend, Vishwanath, and Pradhan's wife, Parvati, Rohini Hattangadi, are both worried that even though it has been 3 months, Pradhan has yet to fully come to terms with the loss of his only son. Pradhan confesses to Vishwanath that after the loss of his son, he no longer has any will left to live. Uddharan Chenne. Due to the death of their son, Pradhan has no source of income. So they rent out a room of their Shivaji Park, Mumbai, apartment to a budding Bollywood actress, Sajata Suman, Soni Razdan. Sajata is romantically involved with Vilas Madan Jain, the only son of an influential politician Gajanan Chitre. Niyu Phule. Vilas wishes to marry Sajata, but he does not tell his father about Sajata out of cowardice and keeps on postponing their marriage plans. Uddharan. Meanwhile, Pradhan receives a registered letter that his son's ashes and a few other belongings, a TV, VCR, a refrigerator etc., have arrived from USA to India. When Pradhan goes to the customs office to collect them, he is disrespected and gets no help from the public relations officer. An emotionally disturbed and enraged Pradhan forcibly enters the office of the main head of the Customs Department and explains that he has come only to pick up his son's ashes and not any other material possessions. Pradhan demands that his son's ashes be handed to him immediately and breaks down to tears. Upon which the officer consoles Pradhan and relents to his request. The officer apologizes for the inconvenience and assures Pradhan that the remaining items will be transferred to Pradhan as soon as possible. Pradhan, an atheist, gives his son's ashes to Parvati, who takes his ashes to a Pandit, Alok Nath. The Pandit tells Pradhan and Parvati that Ajay will soon be reincarnated in the form of a baby near them. Disillusioned, Pradhan takes some of Ajay's ashes and spreads them near a park bench in the nearby kids' park. Realizing the futility of his painful life, Pradhan tries to commit suicide by diving under a speeding car, albeit unsuccessfully. Parvati implores him to change his mind, but Pradhan does not relent. Finally, they both decide to end their lives by consuming poison together. Just as Pradhan and Parvati are about to commit suicide, Sajata informs Vilas that she's pregnant. When Vilas still shows indecisiveness in marrying Sajata, she calls him a coward and throws him out. When Pradhan finds out, he offers to take Sajata to meet Gajanan with the hope that he will permit Sajata and Vilas to get married. When Vilas refuses to accept that Sajata is carrying his baby, Gajanan, despite knowing that Vilas is lying, refuses their proposal and threatens Pradhan and Sajata of dire consequences if Sajata does not abort the child and moves away to another town. However, Pradhan, out of principle, refuses to let a helpless Sajata leave and provides her a safe haven in his house. Parvati, upon hearing that Sajata is with a baby, starts believing that the baby in Sajata's womb is, in fact, going to be the reincarnation of Ajay. She starts caring for Sajata and her beliefs about Ajay being reincarnated get even more firmly entrenched in her mind. Gajanan tries all the tricks of the trade to dissuade Sajata from having the baby. His goons to try to bribe Pradhan. They harass Pradhan by cutting off the electricity of his house and beat up Vishwanath, thereby preventing him from supplying milk to Pradhan's house. And his goons even throw ignited crackers into Pradhan's house. Gajanan himself persuades a local doctor to illegally carry out the abortion of Sajata's baby in his clinic, where Sajata is scheduled for a checkup. When all else fails, Gajanan, through Vilas, who is unaware of his father's intentions, traps Pradhan in a fake scam of aiding and abetting a prostitution ring involving illegal marked bills. Pradhan tries to call the Commissioner of Police for help, but is prevented due to red tapeism. Exasperated, Pradhan storms into the Mantralaya, the office of the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. The C.M. turns out to be one of Pradhan's former students, Shashikant. The C.M. immediately calls up the Commissioner of Police, the remand home where Sajata is being held in custody, and demands Gajanan Chitre be produced to ensure that justice is rightfully served. Pradhan realizes that Parvati's adamant belief that Ajay will be reincarnated as Sajata's baby will cause problems to them and Sajata and Vilas. So he asks them both to leave the city in the wee hours of the night and go live their lives happily elsewhere. He gifts them Ajay's belongings that have finally been handed over to Pradhan by the customs office. Sajata, however, requests to see Parvati one last time. When Parvati refuses to let Vilas and Sajata leave, Pradhan controls her and makes them leave. Parvati is shocked and heartbroken, but Pradhan helps her realize that Ajay has died and will never come back. When Parvati says that they should both consume poison together, Pradhan refuses, saying that he has realized that the saransh of his life is in her beautiful wrinkles, and they have both done a good deed in helping Sajata's baby survive despite the problems she faced. The movie ends with Pradhan taking Parvati for an early morning walk to the nearby kids' park. There, they see that beautiful flowers have sprouted where Pradhan once scattered some of Ajay's ashes. Pradhan then tells Parvati that the real beauty of life is that we all are mortal, but life goes on.